It's that time of the month again. It's 1st of November, so let's point out the current existing issues of Axie Infinity. If you look at the archive of Axie Infinity updates, the latest update was on October 12th, which is like 28 days ago, and it says October development update, but let me surprise you, it wasn't really an update. All they have said is that they are working and making progress on Battle V2, their own index and land, but they really haven't given any specifics, any detail. All they said was a little bit of a thank you to everyone that's using it. And they showboated a couple of stats like 2 million daily active users, the revenue that they make and the rank that they are in, but nothing really showing for the systems, the progress that they made. A little bit of a sneak peek on what Battles V2 might look like, but there's really nothing in this update. Like, it's been like 3 weeks from the latest update where the developers have communicated what they are working on behind the scene, and the community is in the dark. They don't know what's going on, they don't know whether to purchase new axies, they don't know what's going to be nerfed. It has been an absolute torture to play in the off season because it feels like a chore. You jump into the arena games, and if you don't have a good enough team to contest the top teams, then you are really just playing for the SLP, which is what it was in the beginning. But if there is a season going on and there's new updates, you have something to look forward to, maybe build a new team. But people are holding back now because they don't know what's going to be nerfed. And let's look when season 18 actually ended. That's right, September 19th, that's when season 18 ended. That's what, like 45 days of off season? Let me just tell you, season 18 was 45 days long. Why would you have the off season be as long as the season itself? Now I understand you need to take some time, think about the balance changes. It's all about the assets of the players. You don't want to nerf something to the ground so that the people don't lose too much money. But you should have thought about this before you implement the season. You can't make the off seasons be as long as the seasons themselves. Like, even if you look at big games which you apparently compare yourself into, you don't even compare yourself to the games, you compare yourself to big companies like Uber. But even, let's say, League of Legends, they have a 1 year long season and they have 2 months, 60 days of off season where they implement a crap ton of changes and they see how the community reacts. That's what you should be doing. If you are going into the off season, implement some changes bit by bit. See how they feel. If they feel good, then you can release the next season. What they're gonna do is they're gonna look at this off season, see what hasn't been working, what has been working in the last season 18, and they're just gonna dump a lot of changes into season 19, and off you go. Build new axies, breed them, and then we're gonna reconsider in about 40 to 60 days again. This is not how it's supposed to work. You should work with the community together, gather the opinions and see what's working, what's not working. Like, it's clear to see that Cute Bunny is too strong, Gravelant is disabling 63% of the total cards in the pool, and Terminators have been the meta for the last 3 or 4 months and no one is doing anything about it. Lagging is a zero cost card that can counterplay any aqua out there even if you have the maximum speed. Like, there's evident issues in the game that you should be looking at and implementing changes, maybe even weekly or bi-weekly, to have the community satisfied and to see that you are doing something. Now, a good solution to this, I just don't want to shit on Axie Infinity, I want to give some solutions as well. If you want to make the seasons or the off seasons as long as the seasons, what you should be doing is release season 19 to be like 3 months long. And then every month you can look at what's been working, what hasn't been working, and implement small changes. Let's say they release season 19 and they don't nerf Cute Bunny. After a month you can see, hey, 20% of people in the top 100 are playing Cute Bunny too much. Maybe let's nerf it. Let's take a step back, take the fear down to 1 turn, see how it feels. Then another month goes by. Maybe Poison's too strong. Let's nerf Poison a little bit. Maybe give another counterplay, not just Binance. Maybe give something else that can counter Poison. And then you can see how the community reacts and you have a more interactive developer and community relationship, and you can see how the season progresses rather than just make those short season, go into a off season, go into a stalemate actually for like 40 days and just do nothing and work behind the scenes. I think that's not a good way to do it. If you look at Axie Infinity compared to other games, I'm not saying Axie Infinity is purely a game. It's obviously a cryptocurrency, NFT, Ethereum based, whatever you want to call it. But if you just compare it to, let's say, League of Legends or Fortnite, the biggest 2 games in the esports industry, what do they both have in common? They have been implementing changes based on community feedback like crazy. League of Legends has done it for the last 10 years. Every single 2 weeks, you can expect an update. Something's going to be nerfed, something's going to be buffed, something's going to be changed, because they are working with the community to change it. Say for Fortnite, they implement new content every 2 weeks, and that has allowed them to stay ahead of the competition. Look at games such as H1Z1 and PUBG, which was at the top before Fortnite was released. They have been eaten by Fortnite. That might not be the most graphically astonishing game. Fortnite is not. It's clearly not for many people. But they have been releasing new content, and every time you take a month break from the game, you jump back into it, you don't know what's going on. There's that much content being released. If you leave Axie Infinity for a month, you jump back into it, it feels like the same old shit again. As Axie Infinity claims to be this big company, which they currently are, they are $1 billion like project. They should really show what it is worth. They should work with the community, see what's working, update it. Don't wait for the biggest change of all time. Implement it bit by bit. Now, you tried it last week, you tried to implement it, the 800 MMR change, and let's look at how that went. But just look at the support channel, you can see that they were prepping for a game update. Actually, let's roll back a little bit. Axie level reset. We are aware that some axes were leveled back. Now, the game is still being patched live. This is 19th of October that they have released the patch, which would reset your Axie level if you send them to someone else, and also if you are 800 MMR or lower, you will not be able to claim any SLP. Also, if you are 800 MMR or lower, you will not be able to claim any SLP. A update that had 50 megabytes worth of data in it, and it has been released on 19th of October. Now, on the 20th, they said that they are rolling back to the old version because the update turned out to be crap. Too many issues, too many bugs, they can't release it, we have to roll back to the old version. Everyone had to reinstall the game, roll it back, and it has just been a nightmare. Now, the week later, they decided to release it again, prepare for the game update. And the latest patch has given us some headache again. It was a small update, like how are they gonna release Battles V2, decks and the land gameplay and Season 19 changes all at once? Let's say they do it all at once, it's gonna be a big update. How many issues are they gonna find out right there? Like this was a relatively small patch, 50-60 megabytes, and it has been like 2 weeks in progress and a lot of issues were found. After the update, day after, another issue after the update, then the level reset update, then the connection issue update. Some people, the levels of their axes were restored, they had to make a ticket and wait for the support to help them. Then they had a reminder for sending the tickets, and then they put a timer on those people that had the levels reset. Let's say you had level 25 axes, you went for a holiday, you come back, it's level 1, no one cares. And then another update on the currently known issues. Ronin is again suspended on Binance. I believe that's from Binance, but doesn't really matter. There's a lot of issues around Axie Infinity, especially for the community that just can't use the game daily because there's so many issues. Also, another issue was that people cannot claim their SLPs for some reason. They have identified the issue, and unfortunately you will need to wait until the next claim before you can claim the SLP. That just bugs my mind. You have been working for 14 days playing Axie Infinity, you want to claim it, you need some money, you want to sell SLP as it's currently at like 7-8 cents, and now you have to wait another 14 days until you can claim it? Like, what is this? What actually is this? This was not the deal. The deal was you can claim it every 14 days. Now you can't. Moving over to the beautiful game of Axie Infinity, on November 1st, let's say you bought a new team. Let's say you just bought a new team. You felt fancy, you had $1,000 to spend in Ethereum, and you bought yourself a team, like I did. I decided to buy myself a good front lane. I was missing a Binance on the front lane. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a Yak. I got myself a Beach, a Sirius, Binance, Hotbot, all the good stuff. Now, I needed a mid lane. For the mid lane, I decided to go for an Aqua. Now, the Aqua has a lot of beast parts. I'm saying I need some damage into those plants and reptiles. I need to one-shot them. Let's kill them. Let's go for this. I picked it up and it was a bargain. I'm like, I'm happy with this. Let's go. Then I bought a Dusk. I'm done playing versus Terminators. I'm gonna get myself a Graveland Dusk. I don't care about it. Let's go for it. I named my team Duskminator, whatever I wanted to name it. And then I want to jump into the game, smack some Terminators in the face, but I can't. I actually can't. Like, you cannot save the team. The issue is it apparently hasn't updated with the database. I have purchased the axies, spent over $1,000 on them. I have synced them with my account. They are clearly sitting in my wallet and I can't use them. Error 404001, resource not found. Now let's see what the issue might be. The issue is it's a delayed sync with the database. The root cause is not yet fixed and it's still being handled, but in the meantime, this is one of those issues that will fix itself. Really? Really? That's all you have to say, right? A team of developers, a support specialist, whatever they have, millions and billions of dollars, and they have an issue where if you buy a team, you can't play it, but don't worry, it's gonna fix itself. Is it really? Is that what you have to say to the community? 800,000 people in Discord, 2 million daily users. If you buy an Axie, you can't play it, wait a bit, it's gonna fix itself. How ridiculously stupid is that? It just bugs my mind that they can say this. Like, let's say I only have a couple hours today that I can spend on playing Axie Infinity and then I have to go somewhere. It is without a doubt not a fault that's gonna affect it long term, but this is ridiculous that they have an issue that's gonna fix itself, right? Last issue that I wanted to talk about, and it is regarding the balance changes. It is a Terminator. I do not understand how this set of cards from a Terminator is still in the game. It is clearly overpowered and it doesn't make it pleasurable for new people to join the game and face this. It has gotten really cheap, many people are able to buy it, and you will face a Terminator anywhere from 1000 ELO all the way to 2.5k. Now this set of cards has 2 stuns. It has a 0 cost that deals high damage and it applies speed minus. This is the most broken card that I have seen in this game for being a 0 cost. Now let me just show you as an example, right? An Aqua usually costs, this Aqua costs about $500. You have the Goda for the extra damage control and it doesn't have the highest speed. It has 55, but even if I have 57, it really wouldn't matter. Now I'm able to kill this Aqua and I am left with a matchup that is not as favorable for me. Now the reason is because he has the magical 0 cost card. Now he's able to use only 2 energy. He actually didn't have to use the sticky goo. He only could have used 1 energy. Now look at this. 1 energy could be spending. He's spending 2 and he slows me down once, 20%, slows me down twice, 40%, and he stuns me. Now the issue with this is now I am slower than him. He only spent 2 energy. That means he's gonna have 2 energy next round. I'm slower than him with an Aqua, and he is able to ignore my shield. Look at this beautiful combo. I'm able to put up 172 shield for an Aqua that's pretty high, and I should be able to heal up as well. But because I'm slower, he can just go for a chomp, ignores my shield, go for a chomp, ignores my shield again, and go for a Thorny, and he just kills me. It actually is incredibly difficult to understand how this set of cards is still in the game, viable, and it hasn't been nerfed just a little bit, just a tad bit. Just, you know, nerf the lagging a bit. Maybe give it 20 more damage and take the 0 cost out of it. And I understand there's probably going to be many Terminator users mad about how I'm shitting on Terminators, but they really are not fun to play against. Maybe even if you are playing Terminator versus Terminator, it's not fun to play. You constantly have to be thinking, is he going to play 60 shield? Is he going to play 110 shield? Is he going to play 140, 170? You never know. And if you don't have a 0 cost card, which you should, but if you don't have it, you're playing as a scholar, it's really not fun to play against. And also you need a card that speeds you up, which not many people have the budget to do so. A good Aqua will have an acro on it, and that puts the price from $250 from an Aqua all the way to $400. It is ridiculously stupid that Terminators are still in the game and they haven't been nerfed just a little bit, so they're not that common. Even if you go for the best possible Terminator, which is currently a Dusk with 46 speed, you need 46 speed to have the highest possible speed. So if you just use 1 lagging, 1 0 cost card, you are quicker than an Aqua. It is stupid, but it costs $250. Now let's say you want to counter Terminators with an Aqua. What do you need? You need a Nemo. You need a 0 cost card to clear the stuns. Then you need Acro to speed yourself up. You can't have Koi anymore because Koi is gonna be on the same spot as Nemo. Then let's say you want to go for Goldfish. More speed, the better, right? So Acro, Goldfish, and then you go for Risky Fish as well, just for the extra damage. And you want that to be highest speed possible, which is 55 speed. And that's gonna cost you whatever, $360 for not even the best possible aqua. Look, it's on a dusk as well, 55 speed. It's on a dusk. Actually, a dusk is pretty good, but let's say you want an aqua, $370 to counter a Terminator with a mid lane aqua if you are running the double aqua setup. I think Terminators have gotten too common, too good, and too stupid, but that's it for me. Crapping on the game and the state. I don't think Axie Infinity is in a good state right now. The off season has been too long. There hasn't been any updates. They are not communicating clearly with what they intend to do for the next month, 2 months, season 19, whatever it might be. They only given us a sneak peek of what the new cards might look like, which doesn't tell us much. And the person that leaked the Battles V2 cards has actually been banned for 4 months. So that's it for the state of the game for Axie Infinity. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you are feeling the same as I am, let me know in the comment section down below what you would like to see change next. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.